So I'm here at the house. I'm about to interview this young lady. She has her own business. She has her own entrepreneurship. So we're about to go in and speak to her a few minutes about how she uses her social networking to advertise her company. And she's going to tell me the number one tool she uses to get most of her advertising out. All right. Hopefully she's home. All right, today we have Ms. Delaviere, and she's going to be telling us about her organization and the different media tools that she uses, such as Facebook and any other social networking tools. All right, so Ms. Delaviere, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for having me. I have a few questions for you. Do you have the time for me?
Yes.
All right. So my first question is, where are you from? Can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Well, I grew up in Manhattan, the Lower East Side, and my family's from France. They came here a long time ago, and it's pretty funny actually because, my family didn't know any English, and they came over here for to start a new life, and they kind of learned a lot living here in New York, but very proud of them. They come a long way, and that's why I started what I'm doing now, which is I have a bakery, and I love to bake. So that kind of was inspired by my family. I wanted to do better for myself and for them. So that's a little bit about me. I'm 27, and that's really it.
So your bakery. What's your favorite thing to bake?
My favorite thing to bake. I think it would be cupcakes. I love cupcakes.
I love cupcakes too. So, what is the hardest part about having your own organization or brand?
I think that the hardest part is really trying to create things that will um, target people like to come in, or things that they would like. I think it's more about catering to the public, and just maintaining that good service to them.
Definitely understand that. It's funny that you bring it up. One of my biggest questions I want to ask today: how do you think is the best way that you can reach out to your the public to get your brand out there?
I think definitely social media. I think that Facebook, Twitter, and now Instagram are one of the major social networks out there that everyone is using, and I think that that's the kind of the best way to get yourself out there, and basically expose yourself. So I would definitely say that out of the three, I think I would prefer Facebook because Facebook, you can use pictures and add friends. You kind of get to do everything that you would be able to do on Twitter and on Instagram, but a little bit more. So I think Facebook is the best.
Absolutely. What would you say about like the different personalities that they have on Facebook? Like what kind of people do you typically try to reach out to? I mean, like personality wise, and certain things that people like on Facebook.
I think more so females, um, um, females, and a lot of people in the culinary arts. I think that that's kind of the audience that I target. Especially when there's events, event planners, that as well. They're very um, into bakery, and the services that I provide with my business. So I think that that's where I'm mostly successful, is with women, and people in culinary. Shall I say? Yeah.
All right, that's great. That's great. So, do you think that it would be possible for you to expand your business without social media and social networking?
Um, I think that the way society is right now, that would be very difficult. But I do think that with hard work and dedication, you it is possible.
What would you say about like the different personalities that they have on Facebook? Like what kind of people do you typically try to reach out to? I mean, like personality wise, and certain things that people like on Facebook.
I think more so females, um, um, females, and a lot of people in the culinary arts. I think that that's kind of the audience that I target. Especially when there's events, event planners, that as well. They're very um, into bakery and the services that I provide with my business. So I think that that's where I'm mostly successful is with women and people in culinary. Shall I say? Yeah.
All right, that's great. That's great. So, do you think that it would be possible for you to expand your business without social media and social networking?
Um, I think that the way society is right now, that would be very difficult. But I do think that with hard work and dedication, you it is possible. Um, but like I said, the internet is and technology in general, it's the new thing. It's everybody's walking down the street with a cell phone or some type of you know um, electronic um, or some new gadget that just came out. Even with books, people don't read books anymore. So I think that it's difficult, but it's not impossible.
All right, that definitely I appreciate it. When it comes to you said Facebook you use a lot. How about Twitter? What do you typically look for, as in the difference between like personalities on Facebook and different personalities on Twitter? What would be like the difference between like the types of people and how they portray themselves on Twitter compared to Facebook?
Um, I think that with Twitter, it's it's more of you just kind of what's the word? I think it's easier for people to not be not shall I say not be themselves, but uh, I think that with Facebook, it's more people can really see your personality versus a Twitter. I think that a lot of people tend to just go with the trends of what's going on, post things that will catch people's attention versus how they may feel or what exactly they're thinking or whatever the case is. So I think that with Facebook, um, you can kind of see more people's personality versus Twitter. And I think that, but I'm sorry. I think that in general, anything that's on the internet is still, you have the possibility of, not being truthful or people's personality might not be as what it seems. Um, which is an issue sometimes, but it happens. I think that anything on the internet, it's you have to kind of I don't know, but yeah, I think I pretty much like touched upon what I really meant. I don't know really what else to kind of say, but
No, I definitely understand what you're saying. It's
yeah.
fine. But yeah, thank you. I want to thank you for your time. I appreciate you taking the time out your stressful day to answer my questions. And I hope your business prospers and you have a great evening.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Hey, can I get one of those cupcakes for free, please?
Sure, sure. You can come by any time.
All right. Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. So I want to thank her for coming out, or actually giving me the time to be able to speak with her. I'm about to leave now. We wrapped up the interview. It's about 10 minutes. She was great, and I hope her business prospers. We touched on a lot of things. We touched on social networking, her organization, her brand using social networking. She said her favorite was Facebook. She also uses Twitter. We spoke about the different personalities and different people she tries to reach out to on these social networks. And for now, we're just gonna really wrap up and finish the rest of the interview. I want to thank her for coming out, letting me speak to her, and we're gonna meet up later. Thank you. Have a good night.